Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video. Today we've got another episode of Flip or Flop. This is the mini-series where we look around the game and try to find interesting ways to make money. We're not after good money makers here, this is all about weird ways to make money for entertainment. But hey, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. For this method, you don't necessarily need to have the Legend Quest done. You are able to buy Mithril Seeds from the Grand Exchange. However, if you do have the Legend Quest complete, you can buy 500 Mithril Seeds for pretty cheap here. And you may have guessed it, but we're going to be planting the Mithril Seeds and picking the flowers. I'm going to go ahead and spend 15 minutes doing that. Let's see just how many flowers we end up with. I think that is the last inventory we can do. Let's go ahead and pause the timer right at 15 minutes. We have 114 seeds left out of the 500. I did mess up a few times. We didn't quite get every single flower planted. Let's go ahead and pull out all of these flowers and see if we can get them to sell. So I am just kind of tossing these in there, hitting minus 20 and praying for the best. I don't expect all of them to go for their mid price. I really doubt that all of these are even gonna, they're all selling. Why? What? So we only spent 150k to begin with and 15 minutes of our time. Right here's 200k. Right here's another 200k. There's another 400k almost. Another 131k. Blue flowers don't sell, purple flowers don't sell, and it looks like red flowers also are not selling. We initially started with 500k, and we end with 1.5 mil 15 minutes later. This clocks in at just about 4.3 mil per hour. But if you are buying the seeds off the Grand Exchange, you're probably going to be making closer to 4 mil per hour. That's still pretty good. At 4 mil per hour, I would say this is most definitely a flip. And for our next method, we're going to go check into Taibo One-Eye Cleanup. Once we get over to Taibo One-Eye and we have our machete, we're just going to start hacking on the medium and light jungle. I believe those are the two best options to do. I could be wrong in that, but I'm pretty sure that that's the case. Do make sure that if you plan on doing this, bring at least some kind of equipment, because sometimes you can have stuff jump out of the jungle and start attacking you, so you will need to defend yourself. The main item that I would be going for here is a Gout Tuber, and Gout Tubers go for just over 4 mil on the Grand Exchange apparently. I don't know if they actually trade for that or not. I'm just gonna keep doing this until I get one. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Hopefully we get one quick though. I guess we will find out. There is no way. I'm 13 minutes in and I just fucking got the Gout Tuber. Should sell for 4.6 mil. I guess let's go for another one. F it. Alright, we just passed an hour and we have not received a second one, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully we get a second one before the 2-hour mark crosses. Well, it's been over 3 hours and I still have not seen any more Gout Tubers, so I think I might go ahead and just call it here. Pretty much just the Gout Tuber and the proboscis is most of the value here. I was making these skewer sticks kind of to begin with, and then I stopped once I hit 1,000. I don't think that they're gonna sell. I highly doubt that they will, at least. I guess, let's go find out. Hopefully we're able to sell the Gout Tuber. And it looks like we were able to instant sell the Gout Tuber for 5.375 mil. Granted, it did take 3 hours to get to this point, so altogether, we're really not making that much money. And proboscis went for 715k, so altogether, we ended up making just over 6 mil. So for 3 hours to 6 mil, it's about 2 mil an hour. Not terrible, but probably not reliable. That's still definitely going to be a flip. And the next method we're going to be taking a look at is killing Zogres and Skogres for Ogre Coffin Keys. I'm going to go ahead and spend 15 minutes killing and opening coffins. I'll see you once that's done. And altogether, we ended up getting just about 350k according to the price checker, with the vast majority of that being in just the Zogre bones. But the true test is to find out if everything will sell. Let's go ahead and find out. We were not able to sell absolutely everything, but we were able to sell a majority of the loot for 250k. That means that killing Zogres and opening up the coffins clocks in at just about 1 mil per hour. That's a flip. This next method was suggested by the community, and was something I had actually never heard of. Through the player-owned farms, you're able to receive farming requests that change every so often. If you fulfill the request, you get whatever reward they are offering at the time. Every so often, a player may receive a farming request from Efaba, which has the potential to reward you with the left or right banana of knowledge, which could be consumed for an override. You could also receive a regular banana, which would not be ideal, especially considering that the left and right banana of knowledge both cost just over 25 million gold each. Given that there is no guarantee that this will happen at any given time, I can't assign this a GP per hour, unfortunately. However, given that the profit margin is still so high, I think I've got to call this a flip. Up next, we've got yet another community suggestion, picking up lobster pots at the fishing guild. At first, I was pretty skeptical of this method, especially since lobster pots come standard on the tool belt nowadays. I couldn't imagine them being traded very much, if at all. But when I got to the fishing guild, I noticed not only a lobster pot spawn, but a harpoon spawn, as well as a big fishing net spawn. Altogether, these items are worth just over 2.5k. Let's do this. This is probably the most thrilling 15 minutes I have ever played in RuneScape, to be completely honest, but I think we're closing in on one of our last world hops here. Since every world hop takes like 8 seconds, I'm pretty sure that this is definitely the last world that we're going to have. Let's see, am I able to get this one? Just barely. It looks like in 15 minutes we managed to collect 43 of each, and in total it is worth 115k. That means that this method will rock in at just about 460k per hour. But the true test is to see if everything will sell. Oh, well, I guess all our flowers and bones did finally end up selling after all. Hey, not too bad. But it is time to see, will our lobster pots and harpoons and big nets sell? Probably not, is my guess. The harpoons did, I think, because those are a summoning ingredient. Makes sense, 20k from that. I think the only saving grace for this method is the harpoons did end up selling. Even though the method was suggesting the lobster pots specifically, they don't seem to sell. I would like to call it a flop, but technically we made profit, so I guess it's a flip. And that just about wraps up everything that I've got for today. This type of video isn't really my normal shtick, so making them is a bit different from my normal uploads. Y'all seem to enjoy the last one, and I hope this one was also enjoyable, but hey, I guess until next time, don't forget to take her easy, and have a good one. I would also like to send a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. If you would like to help support me and get me closer to doing this full time, I'll throw the link down in the description. I don't have a lot to offer in terms of perks, but I can give you early access to videos before they go public, a special Discord role, and I'm sure I can come up with some better perks in the future. But I guess until next time, don't forget to take her easy, and have a good one.